So, you guys should know by now, when I start a video like this, or just nothing at all, you know, it's something. So, what is it this time, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, curious viewer, because I'm about to show you what it is. Now, a couple of days ago, I did a video about Gotham High, basically Twilight for Batman. And God, the cat won't stop meowing. He wants to get in here so badly. So, we have this lovely little article here. So, this is what I reviewed, this Gotham High. We've got Selina Kyle right there, Catwoman. We have Jack Napier, because you see he's got the Joker card. And then you have this strapping young Bruce Wayne. And you have a cat, obviously Selina, because Catwoman. Get it? Alright, so I pretty much said that this book, this comic that's going to be coming out, if you look at the people who wrote it, you can tell that what their intentions are. A lot of times when you read something or you look at a picture of someone and then you see what they wrote, you can tell that they had an agenda. So, now, keep in mind, the person who is writing this has been known pretty much just as writing adult novels. You know those books you see when you go into Dollar Tree or grocery store that are kind of up there by the checkout sometimes, those romance novels. Yeah, she writes those. The ones that you see older women looking at, and they usually have a very attractive man and a woman on it. They're embracing each other. Yeah, that's what she normally writes. So she has nothing to do with comics, doesn't know anything about them, and yet she's writing comics. So, here we go. I should, just to make this more interesting, I want to do like the Kyle LeBear's voice, even after 80 years of Batman comics, movies, and TV series, you've never seen a Cape Crusader like this, but you will on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No. Okay, so DC Comics' new graphic novel, Gotham High, reimagines a teenage Bruce Wayne, along with young versions of Catwoman, aka Selina Kyle, and the Joker, aka Jack Napier. I guess we're just sticking with Jack Napier. Jack Napier was the name given to the Joker in the Tim Burton movie, the one with Jack Nicholson. That was his name. But I guess Jack Napier's been used over the years, so I guess Joker's unofficial name is Jack Napier, which, nothing wrong with that. But it's the Joker, so you don't really want to know his real name. Where did I leave off? Jack Napier. In a world that feels more on par with Gossip Girl and Crazy Rich Asians than anything that's come before in the canon. So, Gossip Girl and Crazy Rich Asians. Let that sink in. After Bruce, a rich Chinese American loner. Because when they're talking about canon of the story, we all know that Bruce Wayne is half Chinese. Oh, but wait, it gets better. A Chinese American loner gets kicked out of his boarding school. He returns to Gotham City to find his home and I find myself slipping into that voice. To find his home and former friends are nothing like he left them. Former girl next door, Selina, is now the queen bee of Gotham High. Oh my fucking god. Ruling over everyone with a dark side no one knows about. How do you have a dark side that no one knows about? So is she killing them with kindness? It's like, oh, you guys better do what I want, otherwise bad things will happen to you. I mean, and class clown Jack will do anything to get the last laugh. And when a string of kidnappings seems to target Bruce, he finds himself embroiled in a dangerous love triangle with the very people he suspects are at the center of it. Exclusive, look at blah blah blah. Okay, so it's like a Q&A. So we've got Melissa De La Cruz, who is the writer, and I'm guessing Tom Patilli. I think isn't he? I think he's the artist. I think, or I think this is the person asking all the questions. Um. Oh no, never mind. So we got Entertainment Weekly is asking the questions, and then yeah, Tom Tilly is the artist. Okay, so Entertainment Weekly asks, when DC Inc. approached you to reinvent YA versions of a popular comic book character, what drew you to Batman? Melissa responds with, my husband is a big Batman fan, so when DC called and said, we want you to do a YA line, what character do you want to do? I wanted to do Batman. He's such a fun, iconic character that I could put my own spin on. Put his own spin on. Well, you'll see what she means in a second. Tom, a lot like your husband, I've been a Batman fan my whole life. I grew up on Batman, the animated series cartoon back in the 90s, so ever since then I was hooked. As far as superheroes go growing up, he was always my number one. So for me, to get to work on any incarnation of Batman is a dream come true. And to do this for a younger audience specifically, when he says that, you know what we're going for, huh? It's cool because it's so cool because there haven't been too many young Bruce Wayne stories. I mean, it is true. Every time you see Bruce Wayne in a younger incarnation, it's always the same scene where his parents get shot every single time. Except in the Joker, because don't we get to see a young Bruce Wayne that interacting with, that Arthur is interacting with Bruce is behind the gates. Okay, so what excited you both about debuting new versions of not only Batman but also the Joker and Catwoman? Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. He's the richest man alive, so I thought it'd be fun to put. Wouldn't it be fun if his family was Chinese and from Hong Kong? That made it feel real. There's been a big influx of wealthy Chinese people who moved from Hong Kong to Arcadia in Los Angeles. And that's where my mom lives. I'm part Chinese. My brother lives in Hong Kong, so I thought it would be great to put what I know into Bruce Wayne. So let's just change the entire ethnicity and everything Batman is, or Bruce Wayne, because you want to see yourself in a superhero. You see what I'm talking about here? Just, why? Why not just keep it? But wait, it gets better. I just wanted him to be a little more representative of my background and giving him an authentic family. Alfred is not just his butler, but also his uncle. His gay uncle from Hong Kong. It gives it this fabulous, crazy, rich Asian sheen to it. Bruh. Since when is Alfred a gay Asian? When has Alfred been a gay Asian? I thought Alfred was always an older man, usually British. I mean, then again, Jeremy Irons is, he is British, right? So, what? His gay Asian uncle from Hong Kong. Let that sink in. They are so starved for diversity. They're taking a beloved character like Alfred. He is a beloved character. He is a badass. Have you not seen some of the shit he's done? Go look it up. He is a badass butler. And they feel the need to change him into a gay Chinese from Hong Kong. It's like that little emoji, the one you see, just like, because that's what this is. That's what these writers are basically like right now. Well, you're changing established lore. All right, so Patilli. That breathes new life into this character, especially in today's world. Fucking God. I'm so tired of people with this fucking diversity shit. We have been diverse for ages. People saying, oh, our first black superhero. Bitch, Black Panther was made in like the 60s, 70s. Black Panther has been around for ages. 90s, we had fucking Spawn. We had Blade. Women, all the way back. In freaking 60s, 70s, we had freaking Princess Leia. We had Wonder Woman. So all this fucking diversity is just bullshit. We have been diverse. They're just trying to inject more of it. So diverse means no white men. We don't want any good white men. All the white men are going to be the crazy fuckers. That's why Bruce Wayne is Asian now. And notice how Jack, he's white. Because why? Because Jack turns into the bad guy. Especially in today's world, since we're living in the most diverse world we've probably ever lived in. Shut the fuck up. So it's more representative of Batman in 2020. And since he's a teenager, I tried my best to put a little bit of myself into the character as well, channeling those feelings on being an adolescent and feeling like an outsider. I definitely wasn't a billionaire, but oftentimes I felt very separated from everyone else around me. How long does this go on for? Oh my fucking God. I feel like I'm catching a virus just from fucking reading this bullshit. How long have I been going on? 12 fucking minutes. Jesus fuck. What did you use as an inspiration for this new version of Batman? And oh my God, if I just read the first few words, and if she pitched this shit to them and they went with it, I pitched a kind of Gossip Girl Batman, and in my mind I wanted to reinvent Chuck Bass. He's still Bruce Wayne. It's not the Great Gatsby, so he's still yeah, I seriously doubt he's probably gonna be a cuck. You're gonna see him down at Starbucks sipping his soy latte. So he's still brooding, he's still a loner, and he's still that iconic Batman personality. You can't mess with that much. But making him Chinese was a no-brainer. Everyone was on board from the beginning, of course, because people working at DC and working at Marvel are nothing but a bunch of lefty fucking propaganda-pushing robots at this point. We want diversity. We want diversity. Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Black, gay, LGBTQ, all good. Orange man. That's what they are. They don't care what it is, as long as it agrees with their rhetoric, their agenda, and what they believe in. They don't care what it is. If it destroys all of fucking DC, it doesn't matter, as long as it goes with what they agree with. This is how things are run now. It's not about having a good quality product. It's not about having good superheroes, as I've said before, with awesome powers and great stories who can do larger than life feats. No. It's about diversity and seeing yourself in the superhero. It's about pushing the agenda, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bruce comes out as fucking bisexual or non-binary sometime during the fucking story. You know, he falls in love with Jack. I wouldn't be surprised, you shouldn't be surprised either if that happens. Because this is what we're at now. Everything has to be diverse. Everything. Because we can't just have stories anymore. We have to see ourselves in everything. Because when you're a fucking Batman or a Superman or a Wolverine, because that can totally happen in real life. So, you know, we have to see ourselves. But that's the point. The whole point of superheroes are people who aren't like everyday people. You know, Superman, an alien coming from another planet on this strange world that he eventually calls home, trying to live among normal people, knowing that he's not. Knowing that he has this immense power and he could protect people, and knowing he can do things that other people can't. That is why a superhero is great. Not because they're relatable. It's because they're so different than us. And they. I could literally sit here all fucking day talking about this. But I know you guys. Now, if you guys want to see me kind of do a talk about that, and not in an article or anything, but just sitting in front of the camera and talking about, what, I think superheroes and this and that about the comics and just superheroes in general, let me know. But where are we here? Chinese no-brainer. Everyone's on board. Yeah. Particularly from an artistic standpoint, the history of Bruce Wayne and Batman was essentially wiped clean. I wasn't held down in it. I can't even work up the fucking enthusiasm to finish this. I wasn't held down in any way to one specific thing. It gave me an opportunity to think of his character completely different than how other artists would have drawn this character over the years. Thomas, how did you go about designing the look of the character since it was such a clean slate? There's so much of that Instagram culture and social media culture with teens today, so I tried to interject that into the style and look of the character, specifically with the Joker character. He was the hardest character to visualize and design. I'm so tired of reading this. He's almost not a villain at all, in a way. He's just misunderstood. He goes back and forth where you sympathize with him, and sometimes you see him as a villain, so I wanted to give him a look that portrayed off both sides of his personality. We kept going back and forth on revisions, and finally came down to it. At the time, we were all doing Gotham High. I had his haircut, and it's the same haircut. Well, never mind. No, because I don't feel like having this video taken down for comments that I want to make. So he had the same haircut, and ended up giving the Joker. It became a great reference throughout the process, since I had to just look at myself in a weird way. The Joker character is most like me. Jella Cruz, I would send you fashion for Selena because I had all really specific ideas for outfits I wanted her to wear, and that really helped. Okay, so they're just talking to each other like they're besties. That's a fam. Okay, so let me just go through and see if there's anything else. No. And then here's some, I guess, shots from. Oh no, they're picking on the people of color. Look at those mean white people. Told you. Every white person is going to be a fucking jackass, and people like them, the colored people, the people, just. Oh, take my hand. Bow to your sensei. Tell Master Zhang I sent you. Oh my god. How far does this go? You're like, you see the shit right here? You need to get that shit out of here. Oh man, $10. Okay. Oh. Is that what his thing's gonna be? He's gonna be flipping everyone off. Oh, wait, so, let me guess. A bunch of white men broke in, they shot his dad, and looks like they're killing his mom, or tied her up in a bathtub? Okay, so, does this look interesting to you guys? Please, I would love to know. I would love to know if this looks interesting to you guys, because I sure as hell cannot see anyone ever reading this bullshit. It's Twilight meets Gossip Girls meets Crazy Rich Asians meets every other one of those fucking stupid glamour shows that you fucking see on TV nowadays. Welcome to the world of comics in 2020, people. I'm just going to say this. Go to your favorite local comic book shop. Pay them a visit and just tell them goodbye. Because they're going to be out of business soon. with shit like this, with shit like Children of the Atom, with shit like New Warriors, this shit is going to put people out of business because no one is going to buy it. No one. Like I said in the previous video, you're going to have that one person who buys this bullshit, and it's going to be like a game console where all the kids in the neighborhood are going to come over and they're going to read it so that they don't have to have their parents waste their money on it. And that person's going to, scan all the pages and upload it online so that you don't have to waste your money, because it's not going to be worth it at all. This is where we're at with comic books. This is where we're at with just media in general. This agenda pushing diversity bullshit when diversity has been around for ages. And anyone who says otherwise is fucking blind. So, that's it for me. I can't take any more of this bullshit. What do you guys think? Let me know below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.